Hi, this is Ben with Pierre Driving School. Today, I want to cover some issues for first-time student ever, all right? So if you've never done any lesson for whatsoever, you are a first-time driver, I want to cover this thing. I want to talk to you about what is there for you to do, all right? You're first-time driver, you've never done any lesson before, you got your learner's permit, congratulations. Now you're ready to start taking lesson, right? Whether it's families and friends or a driving school, however, as a first-time driver, here's are some fundamental questions you wanted to ask. As a matter of fact, you can even write them down if you will. Once you go do lesson, you can ask those questions, or you can look to see if the instructor, however, whom the person you're going to be driving with, going to cover those things with you before going into driving, right? So I know you just started or whatnot. You'll be excited. You want to get behind the wheel and start getting busy. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But it is not the right thing for you to do. All right. It's just that going to school, however, on your first day in college, whatever it may be, you do not want to get all the entire curriculum thrown out to you and expecting for you to go ahead and start mastering and studying. No, it doesn't go that way. They have to go to the curriculum, just like in school. When you go to college, they give you the curriculum for the semester, what we're going to be doing or whatnot. Is the same thing as you start driving with families and friends or a driving school. The day of the first time you come to do lesson, watch to see. You do not want to be behind the steering wheel already getting started the car ready to go. It's good to do, but that's not the right way you want to start off. However, if for any reason you were the driving school and the instructor put you behind the steering wheel, that's okay. Now see what the next instruction gonna be. If they're gonna just tell you start the car and let's keep going. If that, then that's a problem. It cannot be that way, right? As you get in the car, the instructor, however, whomever you're gonna be driving with, supposed to go over the component of the car. You need to know those things. The component of the car. What are they there for? What are they doing? What's the reason behind that? Okay, what do you do in the event this happen and this thing come on? What do? You do not want to just turn behind the steering wheel and tell you to start the car, put on your seatbelt, let's ready and drive. No. You need to ask the instructor or the families and friends, or whoever gonna drive with you, what are the all these components here? I want to know their functionality and how can I better use them to my advantage as a beginner. You want to know those things. Do not rush. And guess what? Those also gonna prepare you for your road test. You do not want to go to your road test, however, as you get inside the car with the examiner. That's when you're gonna try to figure out how to do this, how this component works, how that works. You do not want to do that because for the DMV examiner, you are not prepared. First, they're going to say that you showed up with a car, with an unfamiliar car, because if you do not know certain components of the car, either one, you've never been driven the car, either B, you've been driven the car, but you never pay attention to know what are the components in the car. Let's say, for instance, you're driving it bus out raining. How do you know how to take fog on the windshield, how to take fog on the I have to put on the windshield on. I have to just turn the light on, if you will, because when it's raining, whether it's daytime or whatnot, you have to turn on your headlight, right? All these things, the examiner looking onto this as you're driving. You know what I'm saying? As a beginner, you do not want to rush. Let me say this slow. You do not want to rush on your first lesson ever, whether it's with families and friends. They just turn you behind the steering wheel, tell you to drive. Also, you want to know what the entire lesson gonna be entail. See what I'm saying? The first lesson, the first 10 to 15 minutes on your first lesson ever should be explanation. What are we gonna be doing? What are the expectations? What the examiner gonna want, instructor, if you will, gonna want you to do as you going through your first lesson. Because remember, driving, it's a showing responsibility, and it requires a lot of attention, because the decision that you make matters, right? Once you start driving by yourself, it's all gonna lead to from the training on up. If right from the get-go the foundation wasn't right, you're gonna struggle for a long time until you figure it out. All right, always making sure that as your first lesson, even some advanced student still struggling with this, You know why? Let me tell you why. Because from the beginning, they were never told the right way how to get things done. So when they come to us here at Pierre Paul Driving School, we have to retrain them. However, that's when they keep oh my God, I did not know this. I did not know this. Yes, you wouldn't be knowing this. Most of the instructors, they don't cover that, right? Here at Pierre Paul Driving School, we make sure that we cover all their things thereof, not only for you to be able to pass your test with flying color, and also to be ready and confident when you be driving on your own, you know most of the things that they're of. Also, what I like for you guys to do also is to subscribe to the channel, like and share to anybody that can benefit to this, because those content, you don't want to keep them to yourself alone. If you know anybody that can benefit from them, you can do so it can help us spread the word. Because now, after knowing all the components in the car, you may not know all of them up on one lesson. Sometimes the instructor, just to save time, they may chop it up. If your lesson is 45-minute lesson, or an hour, they may do 15 minutes this lesson to go over some component, 15 minutes the next lesson to go up all the rest of the component, and from there you have a fully understanding of what goes on. And ask question. If you do not hear something, ask the instructor. I didn't get that. What was that? Ask question. The only way you can learn is how? By asking questions. The only way you can get better is how? Make sure that you understand everything that they're saying, so when you driving, you're fully aware and you're fully understanding what's going on. Because guess what? At the time of your road test, the DMV examiner, they're not gonna show you where anything in the car is. If you didn't know it, then you came in with out of luck, because you're gonna have to do a road test again. Next time you will know those things. I've seen it happen on numerous occasions, over and over again. I want to make sure I shoot this video so I can get you guys covered. All right. So if you have never been done any driving, this is your first lesson ever, you are in luck. Because as you go over to this thing, always remembering when you get in the car with the instructor, ask them for every component in the car thereof. And if you do have questions, ask the instructor question. If you do not have question, you go home. Question rise up. Text those questions to yourself, or put them on a pad of paper. When you go in next time, you can ask the instructor question that come to your mind while you were home. Driving is learning to drive is no different than going to school. It's the same as school. As a matter of fact, it's a little bit more aggressive with school, because reason why? The decision that you make it matters. The thing that you do make a big difference on someone else's life. You have to make sure that you get it to the best of your ability. Please, please, please follow these steps and do those things. You'll be well off on your road test, and you will pass your road test with flying color. Once again, like, share, and subscribe, and let anybody know that can benefit from this content, because you are out there and you can make a difference on how you drive. Other people can model you. Until then, keep practicing. Just been here with Pierre Paul Driving School. We got many other videos on the channel that relate to this thing. You can follow the channel so you can get to see more. Until then, keep practicing, folks. Just been here. Take care. Bye-bye.